All right, so first thing to keep in mind is I trade this strategy on a 30-second time frame. You can really do this on any time frame, but I like it most on the smaller time frame for day trading and scalping, which is what I like to do. So since I trade on that smaller time frame, I need to make sure I have a clear plan of exactly what I'm going to be doing for the day and what the overall trend of the market is. Okay, so if we go into a 5-minute time frame, for example, market opens around right here, 7:30 my time, where this gray area starts. And this is the information I have, right? So as you can see, most of last night we sold off, right? So this is overnight. And we start consolidating into this key support area from yesterday. This is also old resistance turning into new support. So before the market opens, I need to create a clear trading plan, identifying key levels, seeing what the market structure trend is, and also knowing where do I want to go long and where do I want to go short, right? I need to have those specific levels. So for example, what I do is I post inside my Discord community. As you can see, like this morning, for example, I said NQ plan, currently in bearish rotation to test support levels, right? Since we're in that support area, like I just showed. Interested in short setups if we get below 21,860, okay? And then interested in long setups if we get above VWAP area. So if we go back to the chart here, basically what this looks like is I was saying, hey, listen, if we get above VWAP, which was basically this area right here, right up to this resistance, pre-market resistance. And then if we get below 21,860, I also want to look for shorts. Okay, so simple as that, right? And I can take shorts all the way down to the support. So longs in this box, short in this box. And again, I'm not going long as soon as we enter the box. I'm looking for setups on the 30-second time frame inside the box, right? So creating a trading plan is absolutely crucial for this. It's something you're going to have to do each morning. And it's also something an indicator can't do for you, right? This is something you have to do for yourself by learning how to look at key levels and identify the market structure trend and where we could potentially reverse at. The main reason for this is a key support level. If we break above, longs makes more sense. If we break below, shorts make more sense. So the trading plan can be very simple, but you have to have one. All right, so now we're in the 30-second time frame, and the next thing I'm doing is I'm waiting for an imbalance in the market. Okay, so what an imbalance means is buyers or sellers are dominating. Okay, so if we're starting to trade above this VWAP area and I know I'm looking for longs inside this gold box, I want to see buyers to start dominating. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see buyers dominating like they did here, right? On this big rise up, buyers just nonstop. There's a big imbalance of buyers. Now, if the market is more balanced, right, that means buyers are equally buying up, sellers are equally selling off. Buyers are equally buying up, sellers are equally selling off, right? It's a tug of war. Buyers step in, sellers tug back, and no one's winning, right? It's kind of just the same. And then all of a sudden, buyers get a huge lead. Sellers are trying to follow, but they're not getting any grip, right? They can't pull back, okay? So there's an imbalance. It naturally flows up like a river. Right? So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for us to get into our box and see an imbalance of buyers to step in, since this is the area I want to go for longs based on my trading plan I made before the market opened. Now, how do I actually know when to get into the position? Okay, so basically what we want to see is, another way to put this is we want to see an aggressive move up with a light pullback if we're looking for longs. Okay, so aggressive move up, light pullback, that shows an imbalance. Now, you can also confirm the imbalance with an indicator called DMI. So if you're kind of unsure, like we moved up a lot, but I'm not sure if we moved up enough, call it an imbalance. Right, this is where you can use this indicator to kind of help you. So all you have to do is go to indicators right here and just type in DMI. Just click on this. All right, now I'd like to change a few settings on here. So if you just go down here, go over to settings right here. What I like to do, since I'm trading on a 30-second, I like to change this to a 2-minute time frame so I can see a little bit bigger picture on the DMI. And then I also like to go to style. I'll change the DI plus to green, and then the DI minus to red. So basically green is buyers, red is sellers. That's what these lines represent. The ADX is just the strength of the trend. I like to make this yellow and a little bit thicker, and then press OK. Another thing I like to do is to make sure there's an imbalance, right? Basically the buyers and sellers, so these two lines need to be spread out. That shows an imbalance. If they're very close together, what does that mean? What does that tell you, right? It tells you that they're more balanced. They're equally doing the tug of war thing, right? But if they're separated, buyers are clearly have that imbalance over the sellers. Okay, so that's basically how you read this indicator. So I do like to make a horizontal line on 18 and 9. And I want to make sure when I'm taking my setup, right, or when I'm looking for an imbalance, I want to see the sellers outside the white line and the buyers outside of the top line. Now, as you can see, when market opened up at 7:30 my time, right where my mouse is, I was simply just waiting for us to get into one of my zones based on my trading plan, right? And this kind of makes trading stress-free. If you make a trading plan, you don't have to be like, oh, should I get in? Should I go short here? Should I go long here? Right? You're just patiently waiting. Okay, just patiently waiting. We're still not in one of my zones. Oh, what do we see? We finally got into my zone. Okay, we're starting to notice imbalance of buyers, right? We got a big move up. Okay, let's check out the DMI. All right, the DMI is outside the white line on both sides. Okay, this confirms an imbalance. All right, so now we're looking for a light pullback. So if we zoom in here, as you can see, we got that light pullback right here. And then what do we see? We see buyers step back in. We put our stop below the lows. We did get a pullback here. I almost got stopped out today on this trade. But again, there's a reason why we have our stop below the lows. Typically, it'll hold if we don't go up right away on that green candle. And then from there, I usually run, a 1-to-1 risk reward. Could be a 1.5-to-1. Just kind of depends how you want to manage your trade. But I typically like to trade with a 1-to-1 risk reward and aim for a 65 to 70% win rate. That's kind of the metrics I aim for with the setup, right? And that was the trade for the day. And then, the rest of the time we kind of just chopped around in this gold box. We already pretty much went to the top of the box since we did have pre-market resistance right here. So I didn't want to go long up at this resistance, right? I only want to take my setup inside one of these gold zones today. And you can see that better on this 5-minute time frame. This is where the resistance was. That's why I didn't want to take any trades past this gold box. So anyways, let's go back to the next day. Today was a very choppy day, actually. Let's go back to yesterday, right? And we can just do this day by day. You can practice this yourself, back testing it. Anyways, as you can see yesterday when the market opened up, we were trending up all night, making higher highs, higher lows, had a nice steady uptrend, just got above resistance. Market opened right here, 7:30 my time. We immediately shot up. So this resistance turned into new support. And essentially, right now we look back and see, okay, where is there resistance, right? Okay, there hasn't been resistance here in a while. Let's zoom out to a 1-hour time frame. As you can see, looks like we got some resistance up here. Last time we got up here. Okay, so we could probably trade most of this area. So we could draw like a big ass box, right? And we can do this before the market even opened. So we could draw a box just under it. Honestly, something like this, right? We could literally do something like this, be like, okay, anywhere in this zone, we can take longs. And again, I'll do the same thing in my Discord. I'll actually say where I want to take longs. I said interested in long setups if we hold above 21,900 area. And again, guys, I post these trading plans every single day inside my Discord group. If you guys want free access to this community, I don't charge any money to be a part of it. And we also have a trading floor where you can chat with all kinds of other members. You can ask me questions in here. Anyways, if you guys do want to join this community, we'd love to have you inside. All you have to do is go to the first link in the description below this video. All right, so anyways, we got our gold box now. We got our trading plan done. Now we simply wait for them bounce. We want to wait for buyers to start dominating. We want to see an aggressive move up and a light pullback, and we want to confirm that balance with DMI. Market opens right here, 7:30 my time. We immediately start shooting up. What do we see? We see a nice imbalance inside our gold box. Okay, so we're allowed to take longs in here. I don't like to see more than a 50% pullback. This was just around 50%. So you could have taken this, and then obviously we just want to confirm this with the DMI. As you can see on this original run up, we're way outside the lines. And then what do we see? Like as soon as we got confirmation to get where buyers were stepping back in, so I like to wait for a green candle. Keep in mind, I am on Heikin-Ashi candles. Okay, so that's gonna be crucial for this. Your chart will probably look a lot different if you're not on Heikin-Ashi candles. Anyways, this red line was coming back in, so I didn't want to take this, and then we kind of consolidated here for a while. We got another aggressive move up, okay, with a light pullback, and now the lines are outside of the white lines, okay? So DMI is very spread apart. It's showing that there's a nice imbalance, and buyers are in control. So now we just wait for this green candle, right? We can go ahead and get in around up here, put our stop below the last swing low, and then you can go for that 1-to-1 risk reward ratio or 1.5, whatever, however you manage your trade. Okay, so the trade would look something like this. and boom, right? You're out within a minute or so. Keep in mind, these are 30-second candles, so trades can happen really fast, right? And you can kind of keep doing this while we're in this box. Just, the closer we get to the top, that's where you have to be more cautious that we're going to start consolidating. We're probably going to be overbought at these levels where we consolidate more, but you could have kept playing this a little bit. As you can see, there was some green candles here. You just want to make sure that it's a bigger green candle. You don't want a small little candle like this to confirm your entry. So that's why like this candle was a lot bigger. So I was able to get in, way up here. Instead of like this candle was green, but it was just barely a little candle. So you want to wait for a bigger candle to actually enter on, right? Along with those other confirmations. And yeah, that's pretty much the strategy. As you can see from there, we sold off a little bit into our box. Again, in this box, we're still looking for longs. We think we're eventually going to get to this resistance level, which we eventually did. We noticed another imbalance here, right? But this got equally sold off, and we can see that the DMI are inside the lines. We started getting an imbalance here. You can see the lines are getting outside the white lines right here. Now we're at the top of the box, very close to resistance. So this is where I'd probably avoid the trade. So that was pretty much the main trade for the day. I mean, you could have taken one of these setups as well. We're outside the white lines. It's just a little bit more risky because we are near that resistance, but there's multiple setups in this area too. So anyways, that's how I play it, right? And usually you can get a trade within the first 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes 2 hours of the market open. And it's really just key that you have that trading plan in place. You know exactly where your intraday levels are. You know what the market structure trend is. And then from there, it's just waiting for that imbalance and looking for a light pullback. So anyways, guys, that's a strategy that made me profitable and a lot of my other students. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and you enjoyed the simplicity of it, of not having all these crazy complicated indicators that just make it super overwhelming to read simple price action, right? That's all we're doing is we're looking demand versus supply. Are we getting super high demand and low supply, right? What happens? Prices are going to go up. Are we getting super high supply and low demand? Prices are going to go down, right? The way I'm trading is economics 101. Okay, supply and demand, that's it. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said before, if you guys want free access to our Discord community, and inside of here, like I said, you'll be able to see my trading plans every single day for NQ and the ES market. So anyways, if you guys want to see that and get access to this, we'd love to have you inside. All you have to do is go to the first link description below or just head over to this link right here. That being said, guys, as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video with another day trading lesson.